run that shit up.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cincy Stripes podcast. We're on episode 9. As you can tell, it's just Eric and myself today, and that is because Colton and his girlfriend gave birth to their daughter. So congratulate them. What an amazing thing and life experience for them, and we want to congratulate them on that. But we're going to continue the show today, and we're going to start off with the Bengals and 49ers preview. We are going to keep it a little short also, as we're kind of filming this kind of late as well. Just a busy weekend and busy day. So let's just get to it with the Bengals and 49ers preview.
You know, if the Niners play like they did against the Vikings and the Browns, this should be a really good game. Looking at their injury report, how long is Debo? Debo's out for
I know.
Well, he's on IR. Right?
I know, like two weeks ago they said he'd be out for probably 2 weeks and probably miss this game.
All right, so it's looking like that. Drake Greenlaw, he was just resting on Wednesday. He's full today. Brock Purdy's now limited. Trent Williams hasn't practiced in 2 days.
That could be big for us.
It's his ankle. You never know how that's gonna turn out, especially after just playing Monday.
And the thing with Brock Purdy is I saw that he was practicing today, so I don't know how that's going to go for the week. I guess there is a slight chance he plays, but I saw a report earlier that no NFL player has played the game the next week when they go into concussion protocol this year. So I don't know if Brock's going to break that, streak, or if he's going to sit and then we have to face Sam Darnold, who's a backup. So either way, the system the 49ers run is heavy for QBs, any QB. So I'm just curious to see how they do without Brock Purdy.
I definitely hope he doesn't play because he has a concussion.
Yeah, overall, it'd be better for his health if he didn't
play.
play.
Way better for his health. I don't want him to.
And in the last 2 games, he's struggled back-to-back games. He's lost, back-to-back games for the first time in his career. That Browns game, the amazing defense they played, and then the Vikings game was just an ugly game. I think the Vikings really showed up that game, and they really performed.
They definitely showed up. It was Addison went off. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's the reason I lost fantasy basically, but I know he was going crazy.
Yeah, Jordan Addison had, I think, 124 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was definitely had no chance last week. But going to the Bengals injury report, Gaither hasn't practiced Wednesday or Thursday. Orlando Brown is limited. Devin Harper is full participant. Josh Tupou is full, and Chase Brown is limited.
The big one is Orlando Brown. I know he said earlier this week that he will be playing. He says he's going to play. And I know Joe Burrow in his press conference Monday or Tuesday said that he's 100% healthy. So it's going to be exciting to see him back, Joe Shiesty, as Joe Shiesty. So I'm excited for this 49ers game. They're a tough team, tough opponent.
It should be good. I saw that the Burrow was doing a lot of under center stuff this week, which is going to be nice to see them, get under center a bit more. Hopefully help out the run game that way and just the play action game. Get things going, especially if they said Orlando Brown's going to play, because I could imagine having anyone but Orlando Brown play left tackle.
Yeah, Cody Ford really struggled against the Seahawks when he lined up at left tackle, so I hope we don't have to go through that. Joe Burrow looked really uncomfortable with Cody Ford.
As he should. There's no way you could be behind Cody Ford and think you're going to have time.
As you guys can probably tell in the reflection, we are watching the Buccaneers and Bills Thursday night game. So it's just interesting to watch our bets lose.
Yeah, I love it. Every week I get to see Thursday night football never go my way.
Oh, Thursday Night Football is always the worst for us when it comes to any sports betting. I don't think I've won a single bet on Thursday Night Football this year.
Did we not win? Was it last week?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. So it's been a minute, which is.
Yeah, wasn't Russell Wilson, or who was it last week? I forget who played last Thursday. That's how crazy my week's been.
Saints Jags.
Oh, Saints Jags. Yeah, that's right. Because I was 20 yards away from $200 because Calvin Ridley. I'm not going to blame it on Calvin Ridley. It's just Trevor Lawrence didn't throw him the ball at all.
Yeah, that was sad to see.
I had like 10-legger, 9 out of the 10 hit. I need to stop with these 10-leggers. I put a 3-legger and then a 5-legger for this game. I don't think it's going to come close because Mike Evans isn't getting the ball and Stephon Diggs isn't getting the ball so far in the first half.
I mean, I hope the Bucs can score here, especially with Evans.
Baker almost threw a pick.
And it was to Mike Evans, so that sucks.
A guy we need 50-plus yards. Come on. And a little bit back to like to week 7. It seems like refereeing is continuing to be an issue, especially with that Colts and Browns game. They officiated that game horribly. It's almost like the ref had money on the game. Like Pat McAfee said, look into his entire family tree to see if they have a FanDuel account or DraftKings account.
Yeah, officiating's been... I think it's been bad for a while. Especially this year. I feel like you've had a couple games this year where some teams should have won because of a penalty. Well, some teams won because of a penalty,
Yeah, some people have lost because of it.
They're losing because of them, and it's like...
Refs have a lot more impact on the game than what people think.
They do. This is when they need to become unionized and have this be a full-time job, pay them very well.
Yeah.
So you have better play.
That's what Aaron Rodgers was talking about on the Pat McAfee show. He's like, if this is their main job, then they're not really going to fail as much as they currently do.
Yeah, because, some are teachers. What was that one video saying? There were teachers.
Teachers, like a sports park director, and, no shame on them either. I mean, I get it. The NFL should do better with their officiating crews and just pay them. They like to be full-time and have them part of a union.
Yeah, they can, practice all year, watch film, just make the game better instead of it being, the whole game's played besides the last 5 minutes, which is dictated by either whistle swallowing or just throwing a ton of flags, like towards the very end.
And another problem with it, that kind of cost us. It kind of cost us, a little bit when it comes to the Bengals because the Browns and the Ravens and the Steelers, they all went 3-0 this weekend, and the Colts probably should have won that Browns game. And it sucks for us that the AFC North went undefeated this past weekend, especially with us on our bye. So there's nothing we can really do other than just sit back and watch.
Yeah, it sucks, but they just gotta, get them unionized, have them just work on this. Like you said, full-time job, have them do all that.
And then Sunday night was another brutal day for betting for us. We had Tua fall short on his yardage because they lost to the Eagles, and that was a really fun game. First half, it seemed like the Eagles defense was really showing up, and then Dolphins looked a little explosive at times, and the Eagles with their tush push play did it like 7 times. It felt like I don't know if they need to ban it or.
It's part of football. You should have a play or try to make a play to stop it. But at the same time, it seems like it's just unstoppable.
And the problem is, it seems like the defensive line is lining up in the neutral zone every time they line up in the formation for the tush push on like a 4th and 1.
You can't stop it. You have to get any sort of edge, and
that's another problem noticing this year with reffing too, is that people are in the neutral zone all the time now.
Yeah, they're not calling it.
They're not, and it's kind of like you're watching it if you watch it on TV, but we see it at the games also. When they line up, around our seats, we're like, okay, well, that nose tackle's definitely lined up across the ball.
Oh yeah, they're like, I see Ted Karras and then like the guy has his helmet like basically like right on his shoulder pad.
Yeah,
like, man, that is just. They don't. I swear during this game, I've seen some. Unless it was a Buccaneer, they were definitely.
It's almost every game.
You can't stop it. I mean, you can stop it. You got to throw flags. Got to make them respect the neutral zone again. But
yeah,
we'll see. I hope they can get that done.
On to some positives, I guess, from this past weekend. Jordan Addison, we've talked about earlier, but I think he just might be the real deal. I think him and when Justin Jefferson comes back, they're going to be a really good dynamic duo.
Yeah, they should. Oh man, it's gonna be good to see him.
Yeah, I became a big Jordan Addison fan that Monday night football game. That was good.
Yeah, who do do you know who the Vikings play next?
I'm not too sure.
Ooh, they play the Packers.
Ooh, I think Colton picked the Packers to win that game, and I pick them this week.
I'm gonna take the Vikings.
I haven't touched it yet because I'm still thinking about it because the Vikings, I feel like, overperformed against the 49ers.
Oh, they definitely did.
And it seems like the Packers have like these great games or they have these really horrible games. So it's a hard pick. Jordan Love can either throw 4 touchdown passes or 4 picks.
That's what it seems like. I mean,
that's not good.
That's big.
Oh, Josh Allen just threw a pick to a defensive
man.
tackle.
I have Allen on my fantasy.
Oh, so do I. Yeah, I have him in my other league.
Well, I mean, I don't think the ball is going to Diggs anyways, so.
No.
I like to see Diggs get more involved, but I feel like it's not going to happen.
Probably not until second half. Buccaneers are keeping it close.
Yeah, the Packers played the Broncos, and the Broncos won.
Yeah, that was a shocker to me. I had the Packers winning that.
I also had the Packers winning.
But
the Packers just really aren't.
They're so back and forth on if they're really good or not really good. That ball's going to Kincaid. But we might, going on to week 8, there's like some tough games I would choose for game of the week. Like the obvious one is the Bengals and Niners, but I feel like that's everybody's for like, especially if you're a Bengals fan. But I'm really looking at that Panthers and Texans game. The Panthers are still defeated. They have yet to win. So I'm looking for that interaction of, Bryce Young versus C.J. Stroud. And I think the Panthers might be able to pull up an upset. And I wouldn't be surprised by it.
It'd be nice to see him get a win. I don't want to see any team really go
over.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. It sucks.
It's a lot of good football. Just this year in general, I think it's been very unpredictable so far. That was a really nice touchdown pass to Chris Godwin.
Not too bad it wasn't
Mike Evans.
Yeah. There's really not. I guess if I had to pick, my game of the week is going to have to be Minnesota Green Bay. I think looking at all the games that play, that might.
If Minnesota shows up and if the Packers show up, that's going to be a really, really good game.
It should be. You have the Rams in Dallas.
I think that could be a good game.
Minnesota Green Bay, Atlanta Tennessee.
Yes.
New Orleans Indy. New England in Miami. I guess the Jets and Giants.
That's an intriguing one, just to see how Zach Wilson does.
Yeah, hopefully good.
I love watching Zach Wilson now, especially with Aaron Rodgers in his ear. I like it.
It helps him out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's going to stay with the Jets for a while. So I feel like there's some teams out there that could use him.
Yeah.
It might be better for him to stay. Because once Rodgers is gone, I guess the team would be his.
Yeah, would be. But
work out.
On to a little bit of college football. Probably won't talk about it for too long, just because I think we're going to put together a college football show here in a few weeks. Caleb Williams, the report came out that he wanted part ownership for whatever team he gets drafted to. When that report came out, I found out today that report came out like forever ago, like months ago. And after that, it was like Aaron Rodgers, Caleb Williams were the two main faces of it, that they want equity in their teams. And then the NFL put in a rule that employees cannot hold stake of their teams.
I don't think anyone. I mean, I can see someone like Tom Brady or Rodgers possibly having it.
Well, that's why like Aaron. That's why Tom Brady still doesn't have ownership that he's like buying of the Raiders, is because some people think he's going to come back and play still.
Well, that'd be something. I think he's done for good now.
He's done.
I think he's definitely done.
But I know he still hasn't bought his share of it.
But hearing Williams wants a piece of whatever team takes him is.
I mean, it can't happen. So I mean,
it can't. But it's
there's
just crazy.
that.
It's crazy just to think that they would give him.
Yeah.
Part ownership of the team. It's just.
And a little bit on college football. I think we have some really good parlay set up for this Saturday. We'll post them, see how they do. I'm excited for them. I got a few lottos for yardage and rushing yards, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, you've done your homework for this.
Yeah, I've done a lot of homework this past week for college football.
A lot. I mean,
I put in the work. Yeah, it's one of the documents.
You have 32 things you put together.
Yeah, 2 separate lottos, each 16 legs, and then I have my five leg standard.
Speaking of, I still need to get my 5 legs down.
Most of the odds should be out tomorrow, Friday. So if you guys are interested in like anything like college football, please let us know in the comments. We'll post some college football content because we all love college football over here.
I love it.
That would definitely be fun for us to do a college football show.
Even though our Bearcats aren't doing.
Yeah, the Bearcats they haven't been too pretty to watch this year so far. So hopefully Scott Satterfield can pick it up.
I mean, either that or he has to go because they have so much. I think they have so much talent. Being
they do have a lot of talent
now. You got to capitalize on that. You got to have a good showing. You can't.
Ooh, Bills have -2 passing yards this quarter so far.
Well, I mean, after they throw this 70-yard bomb to Diggs,
yeah,
they'll be sitting pretty.
Get Dalton Kincaid involved a little bit. All right. That's it for episode 9. It was a short one. Again, congratulations to Colton. It's awesome to see our Cincy Sharks family grow from here. And we'll be back next week, full crew, and hope you enjoy.
Yeah, congrats, Colton.